reporting live from Hyper's Club in Atlanta for Hype Plus News. I'm John Alba. Rodney Hinton Jr. has reported live from Hyper's Club in Atlanta for Hype.
Well, my peoples, those are the questions. What do you think about this situation here? We know more sound done here about it. Big up on yourself, people on the live so far. Joanne, Holy Ghost, good, good. Chevy Boo, they love. Big up on yourself, Mr. Expense, Mother Nature, Karen. All right, look like most of who I'm reading down left already. But big up on yourself anyway to the 7 people who I watch. But this situation here, Holy Ghost. What do you think about this situation here? Coming on enough on they are foreign, so I'm gonna up the information on this firsthand. But what do you think? What you think was going on here? You know, what you think should happen or what's going to happen? Because this is a sad situation, it's a tragedy, but I also see I also see a blessing in disguise. Unfortunate, but you know, um, because it's showing signs of black folks just being fed up and tired now. You know what I mean? I mean, this shit ain't gonna stop. It's clear that it's not going to stop. You know, um, unless something is done about it. And until black people get tired of being sick and tired, it's never going to stop. Me personally, I have no condolences for the officer that got bumped off by Rodney, by Mr. Hinton. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. If that sounds away, hey, that's all I gotta say. Because for too many years, we black folks have had to bite and swallow so much shit that we don't want to, and we're forced to. You understand? So I hope with what we're seeing happening in Africa, with Ibrahim Toure and some of those African leaders finally braving up and taking a stance, for freedom, to be free men and free their people, and the actions of this man. I mean, this man is probably the bravest man in America, man. I swear to you, man, I don't give a shit what nobody got to say about that. Come in the box, come challenge me on it all you want. Just to let y'all know, I'm live on YouTube as well as TikTok simultaneously. So for YouTube, if you look in the title of the video, the live there, you'll see the WhatsApp number. You can call in to voice your opinion or whatever you might have to say. Hold on, let me put that in the chat too as well. So and put the number. Um, so all right, that's the WhatsApp number, right? That you can call in. You know, all right. So that's the WhatsApp number that you can call into the show to voice your opinion, or your disagreement or your agreement, whatever the case may be. For TikTok, you already know. Just press the requests, and you're in the box. Blessed love, much love, and appreciation, my friend. Thank you. You know, big up to everybody who's on the live right now on TikTok joining us, and those on YouTube as well. So we're gonna get into this a little, right? Before we, go off into our regularly scheduled program, just to break it up a little bit, right? So here we have this story here, of this father who's now in custody, for the unaliving of a deputy after his son the day before was brutally and viciously gunned down. Young prospect, 18-year-old, you know, and the report is that he was, he ran from a stolen car and was discovered to be running with a gun, and because of it, subsequently, officer in pursuit, in fear of their lives, claiming the youngster pointed the gun at him and he returned fire. 4 shots, two hitting him, the youngster, one in the chest, one in the arm, subsequently killing him. Right? The same old story over and over, people. It's not new. Like and share the live, people. Hit the thumbs up on the like. All right. Same old story. Top of the screen. TikTok. Just go on top of the screen, people. You know. The same old story, people. Indeed, wherever there's a control for over whites have control over blacks. It's gonna always be the same old story. Why is it that black officers never make these mistakes? Why is it every time when you see these mistakes happening, it's always by some cracker. It's always by some redneck cracker piece of shit, motherfucker. That's how I address them. You know what I'm saying? And we have to stop being afraid. We have to cut out the decency when it comes to dealing with these people, or else it'll never stop. There's nothing decent about them. I mean, just look at them. Just look at them. This is not a normal proceedings to have 30 deputies in a courtroom for a man who's shackled down from head to toe. What are they trying to say? What was the message they were trying to send? Right? It's clear to those of us on this side, those of us who would support Mr. Hinton, because I do support him in his action. I think, man, he's the bravest fucking black man in America. Hands fucking down. Because he did something. Braver than I could probably ever be. He actually did something. And guess what? That something that he did has made most of us feel good. Only thing I would have to say to the rest of you, support the brother in whatever fucking way you can. They need to let this brother go, however which way they need to. And black folks, you in America and all around the world, need to take a stance on that and support this brother. Let them all see this is what we need. Let every black man know this is what we need. You understand? I mean, we're running around in Chicago and New York and LA, and we're just unaliving each other. We just running out there giving away our lives to each other. Right? Huh? We do that regular. Our lives mean nothing to each other. They mean nothing to each other. We unalive each other like without a thought, right? Well, this man here, he chose another route. I ain't gonna start a riot to burn down my community. I'm gonna go straight to the fucking problem. He jumped in his car, he lined it up, and took action. He took action. And while they all surrounded him in the courtroom to intimidate him, I don't know for what reason now, he's in shackles. You know what I mean? I mean, like, what kind of intimidation could you possibly be trying to, you know, give him right now? Man is in shackles. You dig? But in the face of all of that, the brother held his head high. He held his head high, stared them fucking crackers in their fucking face. He's gone forever. He ain't never coming back. Hold that. Right? Just know this. We losing young brothers. We losing our futures every day to gang violence and all that stuff. When you hear a young brother getting unalive, it's like commonplace. It's nothing. None of us even think about it twice. Once the past, we move on. Well, I say to you, peoples, black folks, look at this the same way. Yeah, we know they got the brothers in chains, but this brother did it the correct way, the way it ought to be done, the way it should have been getting done. And from this point forward, the way it should always get done. They should always expect to lose 1 and 2 of theirs every time they knock off one of ours. Because every time they knock off one of ours, it's on purpose. It's deliberate. Every time. And how you know that? Because every time one of us get knocked off, it's by one of theirs. You understand? And that lies the problem. You see, they're quick to throw up in your face like, yeah, you black people are killing off each other. Well, listen, that's our problem. What we don't want on top of us killing each other is you motherfuckers also killing us. That we don't want. So don't use what we doing to each other to justify what you trying to do to us. And that's what they always do. You got this cracker here now, Christian cracker out here. What's his name? Charlie Clark or some shit. Going around on campuses, you know, with his bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And sadly, he's talking to mainly kids, young college kids who mentally they're not developed yet. They don't, you know, have enough experience and not ready enough, you know, in the world to challenge this motherfucker the right way. Look at that piece of shit crack in his face and say, "Get the fuck out of here with your bullshit, nigga." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but he up there on campus is making all of them look foolish. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't do that shit to me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell him, man, go eat a dick somewhere, man. Fuck out of here, man. You know, with your bullshit, man. Propaganda. You look behind him, he got all these white racist motherfuckers standing guard for him. Understand? Well, me personally, I support the brother. I support Mr. Hinton. And I think he's the bravest man in the entire America right now. This nigga actually did it. Woo! This nigga actually did what all of us is so afraid to do. And you see how easy it is? It's easy. It's easy. So if we're gonna be running around now here, laser tagging each other with real armory, you know what I'm saying? Then what say you? Hmm? Actually do it. Stop playing around. Actually do it. I told you, y'all aiming at the wrong targets. I've been telling y'all this. Nothing wrong with guns. Guns don't kill. People kill. Nothing wrong with guns. It's who's behind it and what your idea is. And see, we've been manipulated and taught that the idea is to unalive your brothers and not and be blinded to who the real enemy is. They've turned you and I into enemies of each other. When there was a time you and I was brothers and brothers and sisters and all that good stuff, because we knew in order to survive in those harsh conditions we were in, we had to have each other's back. But now they done sold us a new idea of slavery. They done sold us the type of slavery that comes with comfortability. And because so much of us is so fucking comfortable in this motherfucker and don't want let go this fucking slave comfortability, we will sell out those who's really putting in the real fight for fucking freedom. The real fight to get out of this matrix. That's how bad it is. We don't know who is who anymore amongst each other. They done fucked us up so bad. You dig? We can't tell who is who in our culture, in our group anymore. Most time you look up, you can't tell if this motherfucker man or woman. You got man telling you he's woman and woman telling you he's man. So we can't recognize, we don't know what the fuck's going on. We confused as fuck now. You dig? So just that alone, we got to get over. We trying to get over. It's the hardest thing to do. You understand? So that's why I commend this brother. In his moment of despair, he saw it clear. Nah, you think he did? You think that was revenge? That was not revenge. That brother did not carry out an act of revenge. You hear me, peoples? Nah, that wasn't it. That act he carried out was bigger than revenge. Believe that. So much bigger than revenge. That act he carried out. And I just hope his brothers and sisters don't abandon him. Because that's who he did it for. He did it for us. It wasn't just his son. Well, after watching that video and having the knowledge of all the past sons who were just brutally, maliciously gunned down as target practice, my brother decided this is it. Somebody got to take a real stance. Because you see, they're not understanding the marching. They're not understanding the picketing. In order for you to march, you got to go get a permit from the very same people you're marching against. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Right? So what are we willing to do? What are we going to do? I say this brother then showed us the way. Yeah, he did. You know? Yeah, he did. He didn't do nothing wrong. He took a stance and decided to say, this is it. This is it. You understand? We've been taught in schools and in the churches an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Well, fuck it. Let's all be blind. Because one thing I'll be sure of when we're all blind, you ain't got no aim, motherfucker. You can't see my color, therefore you can't judge me by my color. So let's all be blind in this bitch then. It's time for us to all be blind. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You take my eye, I take your eye. We both can't see. So now, race is no longer an issue. You can't judge me by my color no more, because the only color you see now, all of us see now, is the supreme color, black. You see? The color they hate the most. The color they see every time they close their lily white eyelids. You dig? So let's all be blind then. I'm with it. At least we'll be done away with this racism shit. Now if we all see the same color, but that's the main problem. These white folks cannot get their racism in check. Instead, they busy watching us. Huh? Trying to figure out how to belittle what little freedom we have. Huh? Every time my black people hear a white person use the word nigga, punch him in his face, punch him in his mouth, put blood in his mouth. Straight. Don't ain't no talking, no arguing. Don't ain't no complaint filing. You heard? The next black youth that get gunned down by a cracker, I hope the same thing finds the next white armed officer. Every time, 2 and 3 of them. One of us, 2 of them. Every time. Every time. Young youth, y'all wake up, man. Y'all wake up. It's the time, man. Y'all got it. Y'all got all the artilleries. Y'all got all the ammos. Sit and wait. It's guerrilla warfare. That's what it is. It's that time. They train. Oh, they're trained for it. Urban warfare. Just go on YouTube. You see all their videos of all the preparations they've been making. It's the inevitable. It's bound to happen. It's gonna happen. Situations like these, It's going to eventually, if this don't trigger it, it's going to eventually trigger it. And it needs to be triggered because black folks, we need to come out from under this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We need to stop letting those comfortable slaves trick us into thinking all is well, because all is not well. All is not well. We're only slaves. We're nothing more than slaves that lives well. That's all we are. And I challenge anyone that says other. On TikTok, jump in the box. On YouTube, there's the number. Call in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's talk about it. You know, what you think is the right thing to do. Was this the right thing to do? I say it was the right thing to do. Pick up everybody in the chat. Joanne, User, Coxie, Rocco D, Fashion Fix, Renaya. Bless up on herself. Right? Everybody bless up themselves in the chat. Kyle, Nice Travel Agent, Fel, Binky, Fabulous. You know, I doubt most of y'all I'm looking at is still in the chat, but big up on yourself anyway. Is in. So, you know, I think it's that time, man. You know, me a Jamaica and I'm there Jamaica. This is an incident that happened in America. So I know a lot of Jamaicans might feel like say incident like in something like this, it don't affect us here. Because we don't have racist police officers gunning us down. Right? Granted, I understand that. You dig? I understand that, but here's the deal. Here's what we do have. The same system that produced those racist officers, right? It's the same system that gives us corrupt leaders. You understand? It's one and the same. Not because we're in Jamaica and they're in Ohio. It's all the same. So we're getting the same treatment they're getting over there in just different variations of it. Because we do have our officers down here running around, gunning down our young brothers as well, our young youths as well. Right? And call themselves dealing with crime. As much as I was happy to hear the Prime Minister say, look, you know, you criminals, don't think you're going to be getting away with this and that and Ray, and we coming for you wherever you at, so don't think you can do this and skip town and we don't get at you. Basically what he's saying in a nutshell, right? Well, it sounds good, you know, when in dealing with, you know, the Naya case, because, you know, you want to see people brought to justice. But when you know what his idea of solving the issue is, it becomes scary. It becomes a no. Because you know what they're going to do. They're only going to kill off more black people and say they're fighting terrorism, they're fighting crime. And that is never the way to fight crime. That's only the way to catch a criminal, but not the way to fight crime. You understand? No. right? Yeah. But it's not a way to fight crime. But you dig? It's a way to catch an individual criminal and so forth. Not a way to fight crime overall. To stop kids from doing crime. To stop youngsters from committing crime. That's going to take education. You understand? And if we look at Jamaica, we realize that they're having a hard time investing in our education. Not realizing, well, they do realize it. It's we in the population don't realize that is the issue because we're not educated to realize what the issues are. We're not educated to realize and recognize corrupted leaders. Right? They have mastered the art of speech delivery, the art of the feel good moment. Come up on stage and give you promises of grandeur. And once in office, it's all about their pockets. They forget about the promises they made to you. So looking at this thing here, I really just hope this incident, this situation can really be a moment like the moment we saw with Ibrahim Traore in Africa. I hope this situation can be a similar moment and push us over that fucking edge that we need to be pushed over. The time is now. The time is right. The blood needed to flip this system on its head is here now. Brewing. It's ripe in our veins. And they're doing everything they can to make it rot before we get use of it. In the foods we eat, the medications they give us, them damn vaccines that they keep telling you that you need, when in reality you don't need them, because the things that they're vaccinating you for have been totally eradicated. You understand? So why are you still vaccinating us for for these things that are no longer here? What sense does that make? Because it gives them the disguise to inject your baby with all type of manners of evil. From ADH, Down syndrome, cancer, diabetes, all these things, they can give it to you by way of a needle. And they can set timers on them, genetic timers on them. So while you young running around, all is well. But it's got genetic timers on them. So when you reach a certain age, after you eat a certain amount of food you need to trigger it, there you go. And now you got to go running to them for their medication that only makes the situation worse, but makes their pockets fatter. It's a system, it's a whole conglomerate worldwide. And the time is at hand. And slowly we are beginning to chip away at it. Let's support those who are braver than us. Let's support those who are brave enough to take the fight to them, who decide we ain't gonna sit down no more and take this shit. I ain't turning another motherfucking cheek. So let's support this brave brother Rodney. You dig? Those of us who are braver than us, let's give them all the support they need to do what we are not brave enough to do. You see? Let's recognize it, people. Recognize our time is at hand. And no, they can't come with us. I'm telling you. So for y'all, for those of you with those token white friends, I make no bones about it. I'm not gonna fool myself about it. You know? But if I'm anywhere in that and I see you walking on this ship here with a toe, you and him getting pushed overboard. So don't do it. Just understand. Understand what time it is. Understand yourself, black man. The time is at hand. The things that our ancestors have prayed for, the things that we have prayed for and hoped for, the time is at hand to bring them about. Lose the idea that you think your vote could bring you what you want. It can't. It wasn't designed to do that. If it could, it would have long time ago. But it can't. Know yourself, big up. You dig? It's designed to put you in a perpetual cycle of delay, delay, delay forever. You never get there. They only give you just what they must to move you to the next day. Nothing further. You understand? Big up yourself, David. Know yourself. Blessings. Daniels, Ian, Sexy, Big Woman. Music, Unique, Lorraine, DJ Single, Ava, Don. Hold on, big up on yourself on the chat. You know, I'm live on both YouTube and TikTok at the same time. On YouTube, feel free. There's the number, WhatsApp number. Feel free to call in. You know, give us your opinion on the topic and what you think. Right on TikTok, send your requests. Put it in the box that you'd like me to add you to the panel. Right? So, you know, I decimate that with this issue here. You know, so for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to rest and, you know, give anyone watching the show the opportunity to call in and voice their opinion or whatever the case may be. You heard? But this thing here, you know, it's got to stop. When I don't know in a lion squad thing, you know, it got. You understand? So it's got to come to a stop, people. Big man thing. You know? I just have my seat. So, Anyone feel free to join the panel, or on YouTube feel free for calling. Alright? If nobody not join or call in, if you extend the show any further, then I'm gonna bring the show to a close. You know, I done say what me I say about it already. You see, I'm going to my idea. So if you don't feel like to talk about it, it's all good. You know, I'm going on my bed. You see, I want to make try get a platform to what you call it. So I want to have to make use of it. You see, man, now I just come out and just chat straight all, you know. Most of the time when you watch a program on YouTube or so, it not go over an hour anyway. You watch for an hour and you move on, you go find something else. You know, so talk already 40 odd minutes about it. So anybody want to join me, like I said, feel free to join me. You know. If not, y'all have a nice day. YouTube, bless up on yourself, you know. When I have to watch about the thing, I'm not gonna end phone session, right? That's up. I don't want the thing too long. When I watch it back, right? I'm gonna leave it right there. So I'm gonna go and spin it. And matter what go on, big up, you know, and share it up. And in the meantime, I'm between time. Bless up on yourself. YouTube, later. Lion Squad, we out. All right.